Currently, there are 9.6 million job openings in the United States, and companies are desperate to fill positions that have been vacant for months. However, at the same time, you come across countless articles about people who have applied to thousands of jobs and haven't heard back from companies that were supposedly desperate for workers. So, if there are so many job opportunities, why can't anybody get a job? But now, a new report shows that some employers are spending millions just to inform people that restaurants and different stores are offering incentives to hire people because they are at a disadvantage due to the lack of workers to fill all the positions. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, there are currently 9.6 million job openings in the United States, and only 6.5 million people are unemployed. So, why not just fill the positions that desperately need workers and give them to the people who desperately need jobs? Well, it's not that simple. There are two reasons why companies are struggling to fill positions, even when so many people are looking for a job, and two equally important reasons why people can't find a job, even when many companies are looking for workers. The first reason why people can't find jobs, even when companies have so many open positions, is because it's easier for a company to appear desperate than it is for a human. According to the Congressional Research Service, the number of job openings is calculated using a survey of 20,000 business establishments on the last day of the month to assess if a job opening exists. According to the informational guidelines, a job opening only needs to meet 3 criteria to be counted. First, a specific position exists, and there is work available for that position. Second, the job could start within 30 days. And third, the establishment is actively recruiting outside workers. There are companies that are constantly advertising job openings for positions that are difficult to fill or are subject to high turnover. Last year, the technology newspaper Gadget received a leaked internal report from Amazon, which revealed that the company had a staff turnover rate of 150%. This means that Amazon, which has 1.6 million employees, was hiring 2.4 million people every year just to maintain its workforce. In the same year, only a third of Amazon's new hires stayed with the company for more than 90 days before leaving or being fired. With so much turnover, the company doesn't bother to remove job listings once someone is hired to fill a position. Warehouse staff are constantly being onboarded and offboarded at almost the same rate, so hundreds of thousands of positions remain open across the country. Amazon's turnover figures were bad, but other large employers, such as retailers, delivery companies, and large warehouses, use the same job advertising process. These postings are mainly for low-skilled positions with equally low pay. But even if you are looking for a position with higher requirements, these numbers can still be deceptive. Amazon's hiring practices for some of their best paid and most attractive job opportunities also showed how easy it was for job opening numbers to paint the wrong picture. Another internal document from Amazon reviewed by Business Insider revealed that the company's web services utility computing team posted 25,000 job openings in 2022, but only 7,800 of these positions were actually approved to be filled. This also happened in a year when Amazon was laying off more staff than they were hiring. The strategy that these companies and hiring managers are using is to constantly have positions open to attract top talent. If anyone who is not overqualified for these positions applies to them, they just get rejected. Amazon is not the only company that does this. Most of the top tech, finance, and consulting companies do exactly the same thing. Amazon just isn't as good at keeping internal documents from the press as private companies. They are not doing anything illegal, and they only do it because it works. But it makes the number of job openings you hear companies complaining about in the media very inaccurate. 9,610,000 is the best estimate, and it is the highest level since May 2023. Compare that to the number of people looking for work. Job openings outnumber unemployed people, but the gap is shrinking, and it's much easier to count a job opening than to count as unemployed. The 6.5 million unemployed people are only counted if they do not have a job, have actively looked for work in the prior 4 weeks, and are currently available for work. According to data published by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, there are an additional 5.4 million people who want a job but are not counted as unemployed because they don't meet these technical requirements. So even though you might think it's the best time ever to get a job, the numbers are misleading. And that's just the first reason. There are much bigger problems than just the numbers, and with so many job openings, people still can't find a job. The second reason why people can't find a job, even when all companies are looking for workers, is because more people than ever are choosing to work for themselves. More than 5 million businesses were created in America last year, up from just 3.5 million before the pandemic. There are more opportunities than ever to work for yourself, thanks to platforms like Etsy, Amazon, eBay, Uber, Fiverr, and YouTube. These businesses are risky, but more people than ever are willing to take that risk if it means they don't have to sit through 10 job interviews for a position that didn't exist in the first place. What is your opinion on this? Let me know in the comments.